Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
We're so thrilled to have on an incredible duo, country music duo that is American Blonde. I've got on Nata and Tinka. Thanks for coming on the show.
Man, Eric, thank you for having us.
You know, it seems like it hasn't been that long because you ladies don't age.
Oh, whatever.
But the last time that you were on the show, you were, you know, a Southern Halo.
Yeah, we were little babies.
Oh my goodness, so much has changed since then, y'all. We have so much to talk about.
I
got married.
I mean, lots
new
of
name change, everything. It's just wild.
Absolutely.
And so now with the new band, you know, and obviously with your sister not being a part of it, but it seems like you ladies are doing so much more now with American Blonde, with all the songwriter rounds and everything.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, back in Southern Halo days, we just did a whole lot of just traveling around and playing any full band show that allowed us to play. And then after rebranding and being back in Nashville full time after the pandemic, we just really wanted to get into the songwriter series and all the rounds around town. And we've made so many new friends in the industry, and we've written so many songs, and it's just been so much fun.
Well, and it seems like also, Tinka, I got to bring this up for you, to where it's allowed you to come out front more, because as being the drummer and percussionist, I noticed even, you know, on the marketing and on the album and the singles and everything,
So true.
You're more front and center now.
It's so
She
true.
is.
I used to always be in the back, which is fine, you know. It's fine. It's been fun. But now being a duo, I do feel like I'm more like into the situation.
100%.
When we do writers rounds, it's like boom, boom. Like I'm right next to Nata, and it just feels so amazing. It feels right. So we've just been on cloud nine.
Well, and it seems it too, because, you know, obviously with the harmonies that you both provide, having that sister harmony, and you guys have been playing together since you were young girls.
Little babies.
Back in Mississippi.
Little babies.
Sir, little tiny babies.
Like 9 and 10.
Too young to really know what we were doing. Yeah.
True. So it feels
But also,
good.
you know, you've shared the stage with some major acts over the years.
Oh my
man.
goodness. Yes, the list just keeps growing. It's
I
amazing.
know.
Very thankful for just all the amazing, not just country artists, but blues artists and rock and roll artists and just classic legends. I mean, really, it's just a very
It's been a wild ride.
list.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that the new album, which is your debut album as American Blonde, Somethin' in the Water, my favorite song on there, as I told you before we started the interview, is Dust on My Wings.
Oh my gosh, Eric,
And
I
it's
have
like,
no
and
idea.
I think all of the songs on here really showcase you both with your gifts, with the harmonies and everything. But that song with the acoustic guitar and the lyrics. So talk a little bit about this one.
Seriously, you have no idea. That makes our hearts just so happy, because that song in specific is so special to us.
It really is. It's really the main song on the Somethin' in the Water album that is like the most vulnerable, I would say. I actually wrote that with our pawpaw in mind. He is our grandfather. He actually, as I was writing it, he was still alive, but he ended up passing like right before it was recorded, and it's of course dedicated to him. And it's really a song that just kind of goes out there to anybody that is, especially like Tinka, just
Like a rebel child.
a rebel child.
Like you do some things that are questionable in life, but that doesn't mean you're not going to go to heaven.
It doesn't
or you're
mean
not
you're
a
a
good
bad
person.
person.
Right.
Exactly.
So you're just a Rolling Stone.
Well, it's such a great
That's right.
song, you know, and we were talking too, during this crazy, you know, pandemic over the past few years, you ladies still stayed very busy with putting out singles, with doing
my
videos
goodness.
and all that, but then the album itself didn't release until this year.
That's right.
Yeah, and so I got to ask you on this, because I know that you've been co-writing with a lot of big names here in Nashville, playing a lot of songwriter rounds, including the Bluebird Cafe and everywhere. So what is the plan for future new music?
Oh my goodness. We're in the works of recording the next album already.
I know.
We have so many new songs. It's just so exciting.
Yep.
But yeah, we had a really great time with the rebranding to American Blonde. We just wanted to try out a lot of new things.
Right. So we did a different type of process, putting out new music, starting in 2020 when everything happened and the name brand kind of changed and everying. We've been spoon feeding, I want to say.
Yeah, like just kind of spoon feeding songs
Our songs
out
slowly.
once a month, and then of course it was all kind of come together when the album was released, Somethin' in the Water, which was so exciting.
Yeah, so now that all the songs are out there, we were like, we're just going to throw out the album as a complete thing. So,
So we're in the process of recording this next album, which is really fun, and kind of going back to doing all these songwriter rounds.
Yeah.
It's really helped to kind of see which songs are kind of resonating with people and which ones aren't.
right.
You know?
It's a great place to test them on
Yeah,
people, you know, at a writer's round. So
And
we've been having
also,
fun.
you know, your harmonies, when you guys go and do these songs, songwriter rounds, they've got to just love you.
Oh, man.
It's so
To
much
hear the
fun.
harmonies and the tourists and all the locals even, because I know I go out to them
Yeah.
and do the songwriter rounds just to see my friends play.
Yeah.
But what a great opportunity to get the songs out there. I know also musically to where both of you, before it was kind of considered country, the new album to me, I'm feeling kind of a little edgier, a little more Americana.
Yes, that was the goal. So I'm glad you're getting that from that. That was something we definitely wanted to convey when we did our new album.
That's right.
We wanted to go from being the poppy kind of country self that we were with Southern Halo to more of like a mature version of who we are now. We have grown so much since that stage in our life. So we wanted to convey that.
Actually, the main reason why we changed our name to American Blonde was because, you know, just growing up, we started Southern Halo when we were so young. We were just kind of being influenced by anybody around us, and then we got, you know, a little older, our early 20s, and then we decided, okay, now's a great time. We're going to rebrand into a name that means something to us, and we're going to make music that we love and that we feel would, you know, resonate with the rest of the world.
And this album, Something in the Water, was definitely more hands-on than anything we've ever put out
So
before.
true.
So we're proud of it, and we're loving it, and we're glad you guys are too.
Yeah, well, and it seems like it's just maturing, you know, musically, like you said, and also it goes back to what you said with sharing the stages with so many, you know, big country stars, but also blues and rock stars.
Yeah.
And to where it's kind of reflective of those influences. I've got to ask, with the new singles and everything, with the next new music, is that going to continue the progression?
Absolutely.
Sure. We're gonna lay it on even thicker.
Man, because we have, of course, Tinka being the drummer, we have so much fun in our live shows, and so our main goal was, okay, we want to bring the same energy and fun that we have live to our albums.
Right.
And so Tinka's super hands-on with, you know, what's going on the drumming parts, and we've just been really experimenting with what we think that we like, and you know, we test them out, and I think this album was a really good first start with that, and so it's just really kind of set the stage for the next one.
What happens when you go back home and see the family and all and play shows back there? Because I keep up with you guys,
man.
you know,
They love
with you
it.
ladies on social media, and it's like, it's got to feel good, particularly having the success you have, and I know that these singles and everything have certainly gotten a lot of airplay, and it continues to grow. What's that like to go back home and play the shows?
Oh, well, everybody,
party.
it's always a party, y'all. There's not been a single time since we've moved to Nashville that we've gone back home and there wasn't like a house party involved.
Yes.
Everybody just gets so excited when we come around. They bring their guitars. People flood to our home that we grew up in, playing music with us. They just want to, you know, let go and have a good time.
We have so many other friends who, you know, write songs, and they live in Mississippi, so when we come down, we just kind of like, Tinka loves fires, so we're starting fires, bonfires.
doing the whole country thing.
And we're just, you know, sharing songs and having fun, and that's, you know, what music is all about, really.
Well, you know, and with the past band too, you know, I know you ladies were coming back and forth to Nashville.
Yes.
But now when you're actually fully ingrained here, do you feel like that's having more of an influence on the new songs?
Yeah,
I
And
do
with the
think so.
songwriters? Because Nashville, it's like, you know, as we all know, it's like when you're in Nashville, you kind of have to rise with the
You
the
do.
talent.
That's right.
and with-
Because it's so competitive here.
Right.
And that's honestly a great thing. It's given us the push that we needed to kind of grow in our own sense of maturity, which has
Yes.
helped with the album as well.
It's helped with the album, and I wouldn't even say, you know, not even competitive, but it's also, it's just so fast paced, and so before
That's
you know
the
it,
word. Yeah, there you go.
you know, so much has gone by in just a year, and then you look back. I was thinking last night after our last show, and I was like, wow, you know, moving to Nashville has really just improved the songwriting, the singing, you know, just everything as a whole in a band. And I think, you know, this city just has like a specific energy.
It does.
And it feels good to live in it.
It fuels your fire for the music that you
does.
want to put out there, and it's really done its number on us.
Well,
for
and
sure.
I've got to ask this too. You know, with the co-writing, as we know, is such a big deal here in Nashville. It's like, have you? Are there any major co-writes that you can mention, or does that need to wait?
My goodness, I wish I could mention this one, but
Me too.
I
know I
cannot
have
right
something
now.
in the works, y'all, that is like the biggest thing I'll probably ever do, and I cannot tell you right now.
No,
Like,
it's
So the
unfortunately.
viewers are going to have to go to your social media
Exactly.
website.
You're
Yep.
gonna have to go check us out, American Blonde Music, anywhere you can
.com.
find American Blonde.
That's
and
right.
I know, I'm really excited about Tinka's news.
Well, you know, I also noticed that you guys that there's new merchandise on the website.
Yes.
You know, that's
my
pretty
goodness.
nice.
Oh yes, we love it. And that's another thing too. With after rebranding, we just wanted to be a lot more hands-on with everything, including our merch. And so, you know, we love America, and the main reason of rebranding to that was getting back to our roots. And so we're just really having fun with, you know, the new logo and kind of incorporating it as many places as we can.
Yeah.
And so we're going to start doing this new thing where if you go to our website and you see any of the shirts or koozies, whatever that is there.
Yes.
It's not going to be there long. However many that we have of that, that's going to be it. And we're going to have another, kind of line of merch coming out after that. And
We're doing like a limited edition type thing.
Yep.
So you got to get it while
There's
it's
only
good.
going to be a handful of so many of them.
Yeah.
What a great idea. Well, and what I liked about the website also was it was so easy to navigate for the music, for the songs, for the
Thank
music
you.
videos, everything else. When you're wanting to find those things, and as I was listening to the songs and listening to the new album, very easy to get around.
Thank you.
And you ladies had so much fun on the videos.
Oh my goodness, that's our jam.
We have the best time on the videos for sure.
Time.
I don't know that, and particularly with Tinka is so shy on social media.
Yes.
To where, there's never anything fun or anything on your Instagram or anything like that.
Never.
No.
Always a bad time.
Oh yeah.
And obviously there's going to be a bunch more songwriter rounds, more tours and concerts, more announcements on the new music.
That's right.
Yes, it's so exciting. We actually are very excited to say that we just released a new song to all the socials and streaming platforms. And it's actually an original called Dream in Denim.
Wow.
And I wrote it with my great co-writer buddy, Jimmy Nash. And I was like, Jimmy, Tinka and I want a song for the hard-working blue-collar boys.
Blue-collar boys. We got to shout them out, man.
I know. I've been listening to Justin Timberlake's Suit and Tie for too long, and I'm like, we need that kind of song for like the hard-working country boys. And so this is kind of our thank you appreciation song to them. And man, it's a rocker. Tinka really enjoys this one.
I dig it. We love playing it live, so
Right.
you're just going to have to come see it.
That's right.
That is so great. Well, I'll tell you what, be sure and get your copy of the new album, Something in the Water, or add it to your playlist, however you listen digitally. Also, go see these ladies on tour or at a songwriter round, not just here in Nashville. Obviously, they're all over the country. American Blonde. Nata and Tinka, thank you for coming back on the show.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the album, new music rolling out, and everything else great. I think you guys are on a positive rise and swing with this.
Oh,
Thank you so much, Eric.
We love you. Thank you so much.
You know we love you.
Go check them out live.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.